Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
This is the closing bell on the Stock Movers Report. The companies making moves at the close of U.S. trading with Carol Massar, Tim Stenovec, Romaine Bostick, and Scarlett Fu.
All right, guys, so let's go to some of the individual gainers, if I may, in today's session. I'm going to look, first of all, at an index, and that is the home building index. That group up more than 4% in today's session. Keep in mind, soaring today after selling off yesterday afternoon when President Trump talked about banning institutional investors from buying single-family homes. So we saw, I think, almost all names. Let me just check on my Bloomberg. All names in this index. There are 18 of them. All of them are higher in today's session. So it's kind of, we try to make sense out of what the president says, and sometimes we got to see if there's any kind of real policy changes or something that ultimately comes out of it. So housing roaring back today. Defense names also coming back. Take a look at Lockheed Martin, up more than 4% in today's session. General Dynamics, a gain of 1.7%. Northrop Grumman, a gain of about 2.4%. Names again in that group sold off yesterday when the president targeted the group by warning contractors that none of them should pay dividends, none of them should buy back their own shares, or pay executives in excess of $5 million until they speed up production and maintenance of their products. And then, shortly after regular trading closed yesterday, we had major defense stocks coming back after we saw the president talking about the military budget should be now $1.5 trillion, a 50% surge for fiscal year 2027. That is a big bump to the upside. And I just want to mention Alphabet, because it did take over, or overtook, I should say, Apple intraday to become the second most valuable company by market cap. So we've just seen Google on a tear. I mean, this is the first time Alphabet has been larger than Apple since 2019. And keep in mind that I think Alphabet was the best performer among the Mag 7 in 2025. And I'm just going to take a look. Alphabet's market cap finishing the day at where?
$3.93 billion, Carol Massar.
Okay.
How do you do that, Romaine?
You're just checking, right?
3.93 trillion.
You want to make sure I got this right.
Yeah, and Apple's like 3.8 now.
Thank you for doing that.
Sure thing. Tim,
I appreciate
pick up here because you had to help Carol here.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's start with NVIDIA because
it's a tough crowd.
It was kind of Alphabet was kind of a standout when it came to in the Mag 7. We're seeing this rotation out of big tech. NVIDIA down 2.2% today. Broadcom, Microsoft, Apple, Micron, Meta Platforms all dragging the market lower. NVIDIA's down about 11% from those October highs. There was that Bloomberg exclusive this morning that China does plan to approve some imports of NVIDIA's H200 chips as soon as this quarter for select commercial use. Also watching in the S&P 500, memory chip makers took a bit of a dive today. SanDisk, Western Digital, Seagate all falling today. SanDisk down more than 5%, Western Digital down 6%, Seagate down more than 7%. These were some of the best performing stocks in the S&P 500 last year. SanDisk was up 560% from its February debut last year. Western Digital up last year, 284%. Seagate up 225%.
What's driving this, Tim?
I
kept looking around between that, all the software companies, the cybersecurity companies, they're all down today, but there's no news.
I know. I was trying to figure it out too. I got in touch with Bill Maloney, who's our...
Yeah, I like that guy.
We love Bill.
Yeah,
he said
macro squad.
After the performance last year, they're just taking a little bit of a breather.
Okay.
That's the technical analysis, and I'm sticking to it.
A breather?
Yeah, finally, let's look at ADRs of Rio Tinto today, taking a bit of a hit. Glencore ADRs rose as much as 7.4%. Rio Tinto closed down 0.8% before they fell as much as 3.9%. This after the FT reported that the miners have restarted talks over a potential merger, citing unidentified people familiar with the matter.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.